Sorry, guys. I'm just waiting for Sam. Waiting for Sam. This is the thing. It's early. It is early. It is 5 a.m. here this morning in Los Angeles. Um, and it's just early. But we wanted to do this for you. Um, so if Sam isn't going to be able to get here, I guess. It is 5 a.m. here. um, hello, good morning. Good to see you guys. Again, I'm just going to give Sam a couple more minutes here. Let me know how you guys are doing. Cause we gotta wait for Sam. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Shinny is here. Janessa is here. Welcome, welcome. Currently at work. Well, I'm glad you're here. I think I might have even have accidentally started another podcast in the meantime, but that's okay. You know, first first time this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Um, let's see if I can get rid of that other one. Oh, maybe not. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me at all? Let me know if you can see me. A little hi from Indonesia. Hello, Velvet Moon. Yes, we can see you. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, good. Good. SB19 quit live performance. Well, we will see what we can do about the quit live performance, Jimmy. Jenny, sorry. Where are my glasses? Um, oh, good. And I'm going to be a little bit laggy today. So, meaning I'm kind of trying to do everything since Sam isn't with me. But I want to start with something that Sam put together. It was really kind of funny. Um, and it's just kind of a shot at the news. So we're gonna listen to that real quick and have a little fun with that. Um, so let's do that real quick. Hold on.
From around the world and up your street, it's time for the latest entertainment news from Hollywood Producers React. Reporting live from a fog machine accident somewhere between Seoul and the Sunset Strip, it's HPR Entertainment News. This week, BTS throws baseballs, SB19 levels entire arenas, and animated K-pop idols are now more real than your last relationship. Brace yourself.
Good morning.
It's Flip Tannenbaum, where the facts are fuzzy, but the sparkle is very real. Headline, BTS's V steals the selfie with Kimbap. In what might be the most V thing he's ever done, BTS's Taehyung turned a glitzy group photo, yes, including Blackpink's Lisa, into a snack flex when armies noticed he wasn't holding bubbly champagne, but a full roll of kimbap. Apparently, while others toasted, V chilled with his seaweed snack like it was the world's most stylish dinner guest.
The smoke is not coming out of his cigar, but out of the microphone.
And dubbed it peak V energy. Only V could walk into a swanky art night selfie and say, "Champagne's for amateurs. Kimbap is class." It's absurd, it's adorable, and it may just rewrite party etiquette forever. Breaking news from the department of We Told You They're Inevitable. BTS just launched a 24,000% sales surge like it was a casual Tuesday task on their to-do list. That's right. A song from 7 years ago nearly topped the U.S. charts because apparently time is fake and Army has Wi-Fi. If you're surprised, welcome. You must be new here. Lady Gaga didn't just win. She starved the others, packing the night with vocals, visuals, and mayhem-era magic. Ariana's Brighter Days Ahead took Video of the Year like she had a cheat code, and Rosé's APT, paired with Bruno Mars, slapped the room so hard they renamed Song of the Year. Honorable shout-outs. Alex Warren just launched his career, Sabrina Carpenter flexed that album trophy, and Mariah finally got her overdue Vanguard moment. Add genre diversity by honoring everyone from Lisa to Busta to Tyler, and you've got a VMA that's truly all the colors. All right, buckle up. I've got the latest from Bollywood's King of Hearts. First up, Shah Rukh Khan's action thriller King is now riding the delay train all the way to early 2027. A shoulder injury on set stopped the cameras cold. Let's just say the DDLJ pose will have to wait. His sling's on a mini vacation. But good news, he's finally out of the Netflix-induced chill mode and posting that his shoulder is healing. And yes, he joked he might only be able to lift his national award with one hand for now. Classic SRK flair. Next, the Met Gala got a dramatic twist. Shah Rukh made his debut there too, becoming the first male Bollywood actor to walk that carpet.
Really?
Sabyasachi dressed him like a crown jewel. And that rounds up today's HPR Entertainment News. I'm Flip Tannenbaum. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Don't take any wooden nickels. Anywho, that is the news for you guys. I have to give Sam props for that. He put that together, and so I'm just gonna get into why we're doing this podcast. You're probably going, weren't you guys doing a live before? What happened to that? And maybe you weren't asking that, but I'm gonna answer it anyway because that's just what I do. So the reason we're doing this is, or this brand new podcast, is because we really want this to be an extension of our current journey of learning music. You know, Sam and I have been doing this for about a year and a half, looking to kind of learn what's happening in today's music, and we didn't expect to be on this journey. It just kind of happened. So we want this to be an extension because Sam and I have been in the business. You know, we've been producing for, I mean, me personally, over 20, 25, almost 25 years. So I've been in the business for a long time, and Sam, of course, has been in the business for a very long time. And so we're also learning. We're also learning new things, and we want to share our knowledge, and we also want to learn with you guys, or learn from you guys, really, what's going on today. But I think we have a lot to offer in our perspective. Because while I say I'm old, I'm really not that old. I mean, I'm old enough. But we want to provide you guys with some insight, especially when it comes to like our experience. With me personally, it's been with TV, mainly with TV, and Sam's done movies and TV. So we want to give you guys some insight on that, and hopefully we all get something out of it. Hopefully we get a lot of laughs, we get a lot of tears, because you know how we are. Sam and I love to cry. Uh, Thank you. I'm trying to read without my glasses. Oh, buckle up, guys. That's funny. Thank you, Velvet Moon. Um, but at any rate, so that's the reason for doing this. We just want everybody to be welcome. We want everybody to have a say uh, in actually really what we do, what we're going to be doing. So that's it. That's why we're starting it. I would love to talk to Sam about the news, but the things that stick out to me are because we're in LA. Did you guys see the first pitch of the LA Dodgers? I think it was V, right? That was a hell of a pitch. Um, I think that was probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, but it was kind of a big deal here because, as you guys know, if you're a big BTS fan, you know they're making their album right now, should be out next year. But they've been here in LA making it, and so of course they're making the rounds every once in a while. They'll appear and do something, and of course there's nothing bigger than a Dodgers game out here in LA. So it was cool to see him do that. I didn't check out the VMAs. I don't know if you guys checked out the VMAs, but uh, the fact that it was on CBS this year on network was pretty impressive, at least on our end. Thank you, Shinny. Yes, we love, of course, checking out anything that's new. We're just all about discovery at this point because we've kind of hidden away when you're doing something, especially when you're producing television and things like that. Those are long hours, and I don't know if you guys know that or not, or if it's well known. But when I first started as a Hollywood producer, or as a producer here in Hollywood, these are like 16-hour days. I mean, there were times when you were even pushing anywhere between 80 and 100 hours a week, and it's exhausting. So there's a lot of like that time where you feel like you're hidden under a rock, and so you miss things like what's happening with music. You don't get a chance to do it. You don't really get a chance to keep up with things. So anyway, this is just our chance to do that. So we're thankful that you guys are allowing us to do it and have accepted us into all these communities. Any rate, so here's what we're going to talk about today. What's trending in movies, TV, music, sports. And I say sports because there's a couple of things that happened this week that were really interesting, that were bad, bad interesting. But I'd love to hear you guys' take on it. But so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about. We're going to have like a rapid fire. Well, we were going to. Sam isn't here, so it'll be difficult to do that. But we're going to talk about some SB19 news if you guys are into SB19, and we're going to talk about some BTS news if you're into that. Um, and then just we'll finish the show. We'll just chat and see if there's anything you guys want to discuss as well, and take it from there. So the first thing I want to talk about is kind of what's trending now. There's a couple of things that I think are really worth talking about. One is, I don't know how many people have watched The Office. I'm a huge Office fan. Now, it first started, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it was a TV show that started in the UK. Ricky Gervais starred, and I think he created it. And then they made a US version of it. Hugely popular here, lasted for oodles of seasons, and now they went away, of course, but now they have a new one. It's called The Paper, that just came out. It's a spinoff of The Office, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'm very excited to dig in because I'm kind of into that whole format where you have it's acting, but you also pretend it's a reality docu-follow type thing. Because most of my shows were unscripted shows where you would film what's happening and then you'd pull them aside and then you would you do these quick little interviews about how they're feeling and what are they, what did they mean by what they said. So it's kind of a mockumentary in that sense. So I kind of dig it, and it's my kind of humor. So I don't know if you guys have seen the paper, if you have any thoughts on the paper, but if you do, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it before I dig into it, because I'm going to start digging into it this week. Some other news is, how many of you have seen K-pop Demon Hunters? K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm gonna wait for that, because that to me is wait for your response for that, because that to me is also extremely interesting. I love these comments. You guys are great. Um, Extremely interesting because, of course, Sam and I are on this journey with K-pop, P-pop, I-pop, all these pops. Um, so you've seen it. So you would highly recommend it then, is what you're saying. Is it shinny or is it shiny? Yeah, I've heard really good things about it. Um, Sam and I are actually going to sit down and do a reaction for it, and kind of give our thoughts. And it looks very much like, and I think it's the same people who made it from the Spider Verse, the people who made Spider Man, the animated films, which were fantastic. So I kind of shinny. Okay, great. I got it right. So I like that kind of animation. I love that kind of. It looks very funny, but also looks like it's going to be emotional, and has some really cool action scenes. So I'm really excited to see that. I know it was in the theater for a couple of days. I don't know if anybody actually went and saw it. Shani. Um, it was in the theater for a couple of days. If you guys saw it in the theater, I'd love to hear your reaction to it. But it made like $18 million in like a weekend, and I think it was the sing along version. Speaking of sing along version, my son knows most of the words to Golden, and he's humming that or singing that like every day now, and he's never even seen the thing. So I don't know where he's getting it, where he's saying it, but I'm assuming a lot of kids at school are listening to that or singing it or something. But anyway, I'm really excited to go see that. I wish I could get my feedback on it now, but I can't. But if you haven't seen it yet, it's currently on Netflix. It's the most watched Netflix film of all time, which seems ridiculous to me. Uh, 236 million views. That is insane. Uh, but it's gotten so big, they're already making a sequel to this thing. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm kind of curious on, as if it's if it did they release it in the theater in the Philippines? I'm guessing not then, um, which is a shame. But any rate, I'm excited to do that. I think Sam and I are going to do that probably sometime this week. So be looking for that. Likely that'll probably be put on our Patreon page, but don't worry, because our Patreon page is 100% free. Unless you want to donate something, you certainly can. Otherwise, everything that we put out is free. So, but again, likely that'll be on our Patreon page. Another thing we wanted to talk about was Sam and I just did a BINI reaction video to Shagidi. I don't know if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, you should go check it out. But we love that song. Uh, kind of a departure from what we've heard from BINI in the past. It's a, it was a banging, it's a banging tune, and the girls look great. The outfits were awesome. Kind of had an urban '90s skate park feel to it, and but that one's doing really big right now. I think that might be the number. Is it the number one song on YouTube, Philippines YouTube, or something? It's something along those lines. It really like blew up. So we're really happy about that one because that was one that we had as a producer's pick. Someone had recommended it to us. We took a look and we were like, "Damn, that's pretty darn good," and so it became a producer's pick. Well, BINI became a producer's pick, I should say. I can't remember the first song we did of them, but that was our producer's pick, and we've been doing BINI ever since. So we've done like 3 of theirs. We'll continue to do those. But congratulations to BINI for having such a big hit with Shagidi. Plus, who doesn't like to say Shagidi? The other thing I wanted to talk about was I don't know if you guys watch baseball or if you're privy to baseball at all, but we did have an incident. If in one of the games we had here between the Phillies, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Florida Marlins, a baseball was hit, home run. A guy grabs the ball. As it's usually a scrum to get the baseball that's hit to grab it as a souvenir. A dad went and got it. It is a fun song, Shinny. A dad went and grabbed the ball, gave it to his son, and then a woman comes out of nowhere and just kind of starts yelling at the dad like he stole the ball from her, which is clearly not true if you watch the videos and stuff. So the internet is really taken to this woman because she yelled at this dad in front of his son who has the ball, and eventually he just said, "Take the ball, get out of my face. I don't want a scene here." And the good thing that came out of it was that the Florida Marlins organization decided, they saw it and they came and gave the kid a bunch of stuff. The guy who hit the home run after the game was a Phillies player, caught up with the boy and the father, signed a bat, gave the kid the bat, and on top of that, an owner of a camping or RV company said that he was going to send the father and the son to the World Series this year, and not only that, but he threw in an RV on top of it, which is insane. So it's great that something wonderful came out of it for this kid. I feel horrible that that this all had to kind of happen because now this woman is being really like gone after. I mean, they're really going after her, and oh look, Sam is trying to call me. A little late, buddy. It's a little late. Sam's on my watch. Um, oh my gosh. Any rate, long story short, kind of a big move, but it wasn't the only thing that happened this week. While that Phillies Karen is being ostracized and gone after by the internet and villainized, some other dude did the same thing. He, some CEO of some company, I believe it was a construction company of some sort, was at the U.S. Tennis Open, U.S. Open, and one of the players was signing, things, hats and whatnot. He signed a hat, handed it to a kid, and this grown-up dude standing next to this kid who couldn't have been maybe 11 or 12 years old snatched the hat from the kid. And he was fired because of all the backlash. So for me, this is a bad day in sports, but also a good day because at the end of the day, people are being held accountable. And while the internet can be pretty extreme, I think it was well deserved for these people to get what they got. I'm not answering, Sam. If he can't be here at 5 like me, he can't be on. Anyway, it's too late. I have to add him in, and we have to. It would really throw things off. Uh, I know what's wrong with people. Exactly, exactly. Um, all right, let's move on. That was my news for today because I to me it was just a bad week for people who showed their true colors. Um, all right, so I do want to talk about. Um, Nah, we won't talk about Shah Rukh Khan. Well, we will talk about Shah Rukh Khan actually, because as you guys probably know, Sam and I also kind of dabbled into Bollywood, and apparently Shah Rukh Khan, the biggest star in India, probably the biggest there ever was in India, he's making a new movie. I don't know if it's for Netflix or not, and or who's making it, or if it'll end up on Netflix at least for us. It'll probably be out in theaters there in India for sure. But he hurt himself. I don't know how old he is now, but he's got to be pushing 60, somewhere around there. And but he looks good. But he did something to his shoulder, and this guy is just unfortunately, um, he's getting up there in age. So when you hurt yourself at that age, it takes a while to heal. But he's in really good shape. The film has been pushed back, I think, until 2027 now. So we may not get to see Shah Rukh Khan for a little bit, but we're big fans of Shah Rukh Khan. We're excited to see. We're gonna also sit down and watch some of his movies as well because um, it seems like every movie he does becomes like a huge event, and it becomes like the biggest movie of the year. So at least certainly in Bollywood. So um, well wishes to you, Shah Rukh Khan, if you're watching. Um, and I hope to see you back soon. So this is when this is a new segment now. Again, Sam's supposed to be here, but he's not. But this is something he and I did. We did some shorts for. We were trying to do a segment called Rapid Fire with Scott and Sam. You can actually go look at those shorts on our YouTube page right now, and the basically it's just asking questions super fast and answering off the top of your head. So I'm gonna do this. Sam put some questions together. I haven't looked at these, so I'm just gonna go through these real quick, and you guys should have your own answers. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well on this. Um, Let me make sure I got the right ones here. All right. Here we go. So again, this is our new segment called Rapid Fire with Scott and Sam. What is the last movie that made you cry? Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. The last movie that made me cry. I can tell you the last commercial that made me cry. Those damn Jolly Bees. Those Jolly Bee commercials get me literally every single time. Probably the last movie. This is gonna sound really dumb, and really. There's a couple of them. One I pretty much cry every time I see it, and the other fairly newish. Most of you probably didn't see it. So the first one was Moana from Disney. Don't laugh at me. But there's something about the idea of people saying somebody can't do something and then they go do it. It gets me every time, which is the underlying story of Moana. The other one is Wish from Disney. Again, another Disney movie. Again, it's just the idea that you have control of your life. You can do what you want. Nobody can steal your dreams. They're yours, or your wish. Those kind of things just get to me, and it's usually not any one particular part. it's just the overall emotion of it finally just kind of crashes on me, and I gotta let go. But there's so many, and I found that I'm much more emotional these days. Of course, I hate bringing it up, but I lost my father recently, so for me, it's you know everything's kind of emotional right now. Um, so yeah, actually, we have another Jollibee commercial coming up very soon that I can't even get through. I can't even get through it. So be looking out for that. That's coming pretty soon. That'll be in the next three, four, 3 or 4 days, maybe. What's or who is your ultimate celebrity crush? Oh, can you guys see me? I hope you guys can see me. Okay, good. Oh, what's going on? Well, I hope that doesn't happen all the time. Bear with me. I'm trying to make sure that this stays on. All right. Sorry. If you can hear me, I know you may not be able to see me, but I will appear shortly. All right. It looks like I might be back on. Sorry. Okay, good. We're there. Yikes! Technology. All right. Who's your ultimate celebrity crush? Wow. I don't know if I really have any. I would say, um, the only thing that's coming into my mind is I'm a huge Lisa fan from Blackpink. I'm just gonna say Lisa for now. Gorgeous woman, obviously talented. Um, she's kind of got like that cute girl next door smile and vibe to her. Yeah, I mean that's kind of I'll just say Lisa for now. Marvel or DC? Marvel. What's your guilty pleasure TV show? Alien Earth is right now my guilty pleasure. If you could reshoot any show, what would it be? Ooh, or reboot any show, what would it be? Cheers. If anybody remembers Cheers, one of the best sitcoms ever. Who's the most underrated actor right now? Underrated, hard to say. Hard to say, but I will tell you my favorite actor is Gary Oldman. Wonderful, wonderful actor. What's your go-to karaoke song? Sweet Caroline, maybe. I don't know. I don't do karaoke very much. Do you guys do karaoke? Are you guys big karaoke fans? Worldwide Handsome. That's a good one. Um, I imagine there's probably going to be a lot that say that. Uh, that's funny. Um, Let me go back. Sorry, lost my spot. Let's see. Go to karaoke. Okay, which fictional character do you wish was real? Oof. Winnie the Pooh? I don't know. What's the most iconic red carpet look of all time? Ooh. I don't know. I like just this. Well, for men, I like just the standard, tuxedo, black tie, black bow tie, that kind of thing. Um, Hard to say with the women. I've done a lot of red carpets, actually. I used to work at E Entertainment News. I used to work at TV Guide. for their news, and Reels channel has their own news, entertainment news. So we covered a lot of red carpets. Um, I don't know. I'd say I like white, anything black, sheer. But there's so many. I mean, I like weird. I like weird, out there, and then I like just traditional. But it's hard to pin it down. Reality TV, love it or loathe it. I would say this is an easy one because I work in reality TV, or at least I did. Um, I love it because it's a good paycheck as a producer, but I loathe it because it's long hours, and I also loathe it because it is the most meaningless, media you can ingest ever. While I understand the appeal of real people and real situations, most of the things that you see on TV aren't real situations and what real people would do. So, um, take that with a grain of salt. But I love it and I hate it. What's the best concert you've ever been to? Weezer, way back in the day. Which pop star would you want to trade lives with for a day? Which pop star would I like to trade lives with for a day? We'll go with Worldwide Handsome. What's one movie you think is totally overrated? Ooh, you guys can help me out with this. If you guys throw them out there. Um, totally overrated. That's a tough one. I don't know if I can answer that. I don't know if I can answer that. There's so many good ones, and so many bad ones. I would say maybe Army of Darkness, but I think a lot of people love that. But it's underrated. Same with the underrated, uh, with like the underrated actors. It's hard to say just because everybody brings something. Um, streaming or cinema? Cinema, of course. What's your favorite meme of all time? I pass. I have no idea. Who should play the next James Bond? Henry Cavill. Idris Elba would have been great too. What's the most binge-worthy series of the last 5 years? Of the last 5 years, I would say The Last of Us. Um, if you could interview one celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be? Well, one of my heroes is William Shatner. Uh, I did actually get to interview him. Very happy about it. And anybody else who's not here right now that I would love to interview, I don't know. Maybe Bob Hope. Bob Hope would be fun, I think. Um, what's your hot take on award shows? I don't really like them that much, if I'm being completely honest. It's hard to measure creativity against other, ideas and creativity, because everybody's taste is so different. It's like seeing a piece of art. I might love a piece of art on the wall, and the person next to me may just hate it. Um, but that's fine. That's fine. He may like the one that's right next to it, and I may hate that one. It's whatever speaks to you, whatever speaks to your experiences. So for me, it's hard to say one is better than the other. Um, really, when it comes to awards, there's a tried and true formula. If you do a biopic of some sort, you're likely to get an Oscar. If you play something, uh, that's risky, that's totally not, typecast for you, you might get something out of it, but it's all formulaic. It's hard to. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of like the Oscars and things like that. That being said, I'd love to win one. Harry Potter movies. Yeah, do you think those are overrated or underrated? You think those might be overrated? Um, let's see. TikTok trend you secretly love. I don't know. You know what? I need your guys' help. Or Sam and I need your guys' help because we are new to TikTok. So we're trying our best to kind of get into that a little bit more. In fact, I was thinking about going live on TikTok today, uh, as well as YouTube, but we didn't do it because we put too many eggs in a basket. One's bound to a few are bound to fall out and crack and then yeah, it's just a disaster. So we didn't do that today, but maybe next time we'll do some TikTok. We'll do a TikTok live as well. Uh, I can't even get Sam to come in and do a show in the morning, so I think I'm gonna figure out all that TikTok stuff before finding out Sam's not gonna be here. But I would love to learn more about TikTok and kind of dig into it more. So if there's any insights or any advice you guys have, let me know. Anyway, that's it for my segment for Rapid Fire with Scott, not Sam, with Scott. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to say, please feel free to comment, put it out there. And let's just move on to the next thing. So this is SB19 news. Wow, they were nominated for an Asian Artist Awards for the AAAs. Wow. I've never heard of that ceremony, I guess. I've never heard of that award show, but it's been on for 10 years. This is their 10th anniversary. They were nominated for the most popular award, SB19 that is, for the most popular award in a boy group category. It highlights their continued dominance and influence in the Asian music scene. Yeah, Harry Potter movies overrated. I'm going to be honest, I was never into Harry Potter stuff. I never got into it. I know I have a twin brother, and he is absolutely, totally into it. But I might be with you on that one. I'd love to say your name. Is it Gu? I can't say it. Naders? I'm just going to call you Naders. Because I cannot say that name. I apologize. And I'm not wearing my glasses. Anyway, congratulations to SB19 for their nomination for the AAAs. I also heard that they are going to be performing there as well, which should be fun because we all know that they're the live monsters. They're really good live. They'll be doing that in Taiwan. So I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting videos of that. Maybe we'll react to something from that show. But I do want to say congratulations. September 2nd, if you're an A10 fan, if you're an SB19 fan, or you're an A10, September 2nd, does that mean something to you? Well, apparently it does. September 2nd is when I believe, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, when what's the name of the video that they did? It was literally they were trying to become something. Somebody released their dance practice. I can't remember what it was called, but that's when they kind of blew up. Like that's when they blew up. It's the video upload that heard round the world. But that's really when SB19 kind of blew up and started doing like breaking out and getting on shows and being able to really show their talents. So September 2nd apparently is a really big day. And I'm sure you guys can tell me more about that. But September 2nd, I don't remember. That was a week ago. A little over a week ago. And I don't remember seeing anything on YouTube or anything around. So The Go Up dance practice. That's it. Thank you, Shinny. Shitty. Um, so that do you celebrate September 2nd? Is that a big deal? Is that a big thing? Oh, Googie. Oh, that's an awesome name, by the way. Googie. Um, all right, I got to go back to the news. Googie. That's a great name. Why didn't I get a good name like that? Scott's so normal. Uh, SB19's story of turning early mockery into massive success was spotlighted in a recent feature, uh, and they've become symbols of resilience and inspiration in the P-pop world. Uh, I know this firsthand because Sam and I have been digging into the story behind SB19. I need some coffee. Well, you know more than I do, and I've been really kind of getting into SB19, Shinny. But Sam and I have gotten into the uh, backstory that Casual Chuck. If you don't know who Casual Chuck is, go check out his YouTube channel. But he did a wonderful job putting together a bunch of little documentary style segments about SB19 and their climb from the bottom to the top, and they're still ascending, of course. But we've gotten through a couple of those documentaries. We're going to continue doing those. A third one will be coming out shortly. I think there's probably 7 or 8 of them, but we know firsthand that journey. Those first 2 episodes, those first 2 documentaries of how they just kind of got together and all the hardships they had to go through to break through, including, of course, the Go Up dance practice that broke them after working so hard. Just really, they really are inspiring. We love the lyrics. Every song that they've done has been incredibly, been incredible. We've cried to probably 3 of them, 3 of the songs that we've done that we've reacted to, mainly because it speaks to things that I'm currently going through. As we all are. That's what music does, right? It connects us in an emotional way that no other format can do for us, or other sensory. So, but Sam and I both really emotional when we listen to SB19, and you guys should check out, if you haven't checked out any of our SB19 stuff, you should. I think you guys would really enjoy it, for those who don't listen to SB19, because their lyrics and what they talk about, the messaging is incredible. All right, that's it for SB19 news. Let's move on to BTS news, because this is a big one. I didn't know this, but Jin is now the best-selling K-pop soloist in the U.S. Now, I'm a big BTS fan. I'm a big Jin fan, and it's because his solo stuff, I really I'm really attracted to it, in not just the lyrics. The lyrics are great, but just the harmonies, or sorry, the melodies, everything that he does, it's just right up my alley. The videos are great. Like the Astronaut, wonderful song. And then we've done, I think we've reacted to 3 or 4 of his solo outings, and it doesn't surprise me that he's the best-selling K-pop soloist. Of course, we love our rap here, so anything from Suga or RM stuff isn't really we did 1 or 2 of his, and his were a little light. I mean, they weren't like hard rapper at all. He may have that, but what we've listened to wasn't that. But like V and Suga, I could see them being really big too. I'm a big V fan myself as well. On Monday, Jin won the Fan and Star Choice Individual TMA 2025. Oh, it's a big Korean award. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Googly. Googie. Googie. That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't surprise me. Because a lot of like I said, his music speaks to me, and I love the lyrics, and his stuff is kind of emotional too. It just sounds great. It just sounds great. So congratulations to him for being. It's his album Echo that made him the top selling K-pop soloist in the U.S. Um, Platinum certification, uh, setting new records for Asian soloists. Yeah, I mean it's pretty incredible. Um, but Running Wild, that's what I was trying to figure out. Running Wild was another one we did. I believe it was the last one we did. Uh, and then we did Don't Say You Love Me. Is Don't Say You Love Me. You can correct me on this if you guys remember. For you BTS fans out there, Don't Say You Love Me was a song on a TV show or a movie. It was in a movie, like a space movie. I don't know why that's coming in my head, but I feel like that's what it is. Um, all of them were great songs. All of them were great songs. So well deserved. But BTS now, again, Sam and I came into BTS again. This was about a year and a half ago, and so they haven't done it. They've all been in the military, so we haven't seen any new stuff. So all of the stuff that Sam and I have done, reacted to, those have all been older stuff that they've done or stuff previous to them going to the military, of course. So we haven't been able to do any new stuff. So we are excited beyond belief to see some new BTS stuff. Very excited. Uh, so we're excited for the album to come out next year. I don't know when it's coming out next year, but they're also going to be doing a full tour for this album. Obviously, doing some old stuff, I would imagine, as well. Um, a full scale, looks like a full scale tour that's going to happen. They promised to visit fans all around the world. So they're going to go to Seoul, Tokyo. They'll be here in LA. They'll go to London, Paris, Sao Paulo, all the big places, of course. I imagine New York will be in there as well. Um, but I think what they're planning on doing is not just doing the old BTS stuff in addition to the new songs they'll be doing. It sounds like they may be setting themselves up to do some of their solo projects, like songs during the concert. So when stuff they did when they were solo artists, those will also be a part of the concert, which would be very interesting, I think. And really just celebrate who they've become, because I imagine when you go solo, your creativity really blossoms, and it may change you from the person you were when you were with the group. So I think it'll be cool to celebrate that creativity that they've all kind of experienced and all the success they've all experienced since they did their solo projects. So I'm just really excited to get them back together so that Sam and I can finally look at some and hear some new stuff with all of them together. But we're going to continue doing some of their old stuff because they have a huge library, of course, that we can dive into. And are any of them, I would assume, are some of them still in Close to You? That's it. Close to You. What did I say? Did I say something different? I did. I said, Don't Say You Love Me. Close to You. That's right. That's right. That was another great song. Another great song. Um, looks like, here's another thing. BTS, speaking of BTS, J-Hope is set to headline Lollapalooza Berlin. Oh, did that happen already? No, that happened, I think. That feels old. But But like I said, we're huge J-Hope fans too. So if you guys haven't seen any of our reactions on J-Hope, go to our YouTube page and check out our J-Hope stuff. Anyway, that is it. I actually have nothing else. This was actually an opportunity for closing up the show. So and then I was gonna let Sam give one of his entertainment stories. We'd love to end this on one of our fun entertainment stories. The only thing I'll leave you with this. I've probably even said this somewhere before, but I'll leave you with one. And it's the only thing that's popping into my head right now, because after all these years, you meet and see a lot of people, and just like standing in front of I have a huge video game collection behind me. When I stand in front of my video games and I want to play something, there's just so many choices. I can't pick one. It's impossible. So it's similar to that. But the one that pops into my head was, as a closing story for this episode, is there was one time I was doing interviews for a junket. If you guys don't know what junkets are, those are the interviews where basically all the actors for a movie are in a hotel somewhere. They're just sitting down, and it's like speed dating. You have all the reporters coming through. They'll come in, sit down. They get 3 minutes to interview the stars. And then they leave, and then the next reporter comes in and does it. So I was doing that. And this was for a movie called Rain on Me or Rain Over Me. I think it's Rain on Me. I think it's called Rain on Me. And but it starred Adam Sandler, Don Cheadle, Liv Tyler, and I think there were a couple others. But those are the three big ones. And I was really excited. I had never met Adam Sandler before. Don Cheadle's one of the greatest actors that I've ever seen. He was doing a lot of really big things at the time, pre-Marvel stuff, of course. But I was so excited. So it was my turn to come in and talk to Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle. They were together, and I got to, I went up and I just said, I'm so excited to meet you guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and shook both of their hands, sat down. He could tell I was really excited, Adam. And he's just like, Kim, before we start, I just want to say something. And he looks in the camera and he goes, this guy has the best energy I have seen all day long. And he had already been there for probably 8-9 hours. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's very sweet. He goes, I can really tell you love your job. He goes, just the way you came in, it just this positive energy, man. I really appreciate it. And so for me, it was kind of one of those moments where, first of all, it looks good for me with my bosses because he likes me. You don't want to piss off any of the actors, of course. You want to get good answers. And then it just really relaxed me, and it just made the interview go very smoothly. And both he and Don were really, really nice, and tried to answer everything that I needed. And they know what you need. They've been through it so much. They know the one-liners they need to give you. And they were just so gracious. And then I went over and did Liv Tyler. And she was also very nice. She was very low key. I don't think she wanted to be there. She was pretty much done with it. And you don't want to be the last, like one of the last reporters in, or journalists. But she got through it. She was very sweet. She wasn't wearing any shoes. I do remember that. She looked lovely. She was dressed to the nines, but she was like, I'm done with the shoes. She was drinking some sort of, I don't know, coconut milk or something. It was really interesting. And, but she was very sweet. And, but you could tell she was kind of over it. But, that's today's story. I had a great time doing that. That was like a half of my day. You come up with your own questions. sometimes your executive producer will say, we need this, we need this, we need this. But I was lucky. They just kind of gave me the reins and said, just ask what you want to ask and go from there. Plus, I got to see the movie for free. So you go see the movie first and then you go ask the questions. So anyway, that's my story for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today. I apologize, Sam couldn't make it. Next week he will be here, or he will be fired. Because we all know Sam makes this thing, right? Does Sam make this thing? Maybe not. Any rate, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much again for being a part of our streaming, our live today. We did this early to try to connect with a lot of our people, our fans, our subscribers in the Pacific Rim area. So we're looking at you, people from the Philippines, Korea, India. So we tried to do this for you. If this doesn't work, we'll pick another time. But hopefully this is something that works. Obviously, 5 is a little too early for Sam. 5 a.m. is a little too early for Sam. Because it is 6:03 now, a.m. And he could make it. So we'll see. You guys let us know. Give us some feedback. We'll have some more news. We'll chat more about stuff. Again, if you guys have questions for us, absolutely ask. And that's it. We'll see you on the next one. We appreciate you as always. Please go check out our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed already. Please subscribe. And also check out all of our other stuff. You can see it down below. We've got our Instagram. We've got our X, TikTok. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Everything helps. Oh, I wanted to say one last thing. We crossed 80,000 subscribers. So thank you guys for that. We really, really appreciate it. And here's to a little less than 20,000 more before we hit our 100,000. We're just really excited about it. And hopefully we can do more of these lives. All right, that's it. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next week. See you next week.